the story of Arthur the Wimp. Men from all across the land had come to try and pull the sword out of the stone, but no one could manage it, not even the strong man from Excelsior. He was the strongest man in all of the lands, and everyone was scared of him. He tugged and he pulled and he sweated and he guffawed, but he could not pull the sword out. And little wimpy Arthur came walking up, and without even trying, pulls the sword out. And Merlin the wizard comes flying down and says to him, "For pulling this sword out, wimpy Arthur, you are now the King of England." And Arthur says, "Oh, that's nice." And he says, "As the King of England, you have many responsibilities." And he says, "I will take you down to the Lady of the Lake, who will help you, and she will guide you towards being the bestest king that we have ever had." And so they walk down to the lake together, where he says, "Lady of the Lake, are you there?" She comes flying up and water sprays everywhere, and she says, "I am Merlin, how are you doing, old bean?" He says, "I'm all right." He says, "Oh, I've brought the new king." And the new king says, "Hello." And she says, "King, you are soon to have the battle of all battles. You will nearly die, and you will need one last trick to pull out of your sleeve, and this is it. It's the golden gun of Zelithor." And he says, "Wow, thanks very much," and puts it in his back pocket. That afternoon, a battle breaks out, and he finds himself watching all of his friends and his family be killed, until he and the evil Mordred are the only ones left standing. And 25 feet away, Mordred stands with anger and hate in his eyes, and he tells Arthur to draw his sword. And instead of his sword, Arthur pulls out the golden gun and pulls the trigger like she said. It goes through his heart. He drops down dead. And Arthur looks at the gun. He said, "This is nothing that no man should ever have. 'Tis a cheat within battle." He goes and he gives it back to the Lady of the Lake. She says thank you, and they say goodbye.